This is the Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 64, where we focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a managed point of view. First of all, we want to thank our listeners, each and every one of them. Thank you for hanging with the fellas.
What up?
On today's show, Lisa Raye blames Duane Martin for her divorce.
That's 2 marriages he broke up, huh?
Swaggy P says he had a chance with Rihanna, but he couldn't close the deal.
I know that feeling, Swag.
And Kamal and I are making some major changes in our lives. Not only that, we break down the 3 types of men. But you gotta hear this one. All that and more right now. Check 1, check 2.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
We're saving relationships one listener at a time. We got some feedback, Hobie.
Do we now?
First one comes from my sister.
Okay.
She said, "Ugly Truth, great show, fellas. Loved it from start to finish. A friend of mine was just telling me about this 8-year-old's Pop Warner game. It was their homecoming in Texas, and they got smashed like 63-0. I was like, damn, nah, that's a lesson.
That's a smashing.
That's a beat down. She said, my daughter, which is my niece, she a baller boy. she be dropping them things on him. Has to play defense in soccer some games because she scores too many goals. That's crazy. And she thinks she's in trouble. Yes, she needs to learn the skill on defense, but come on. Also kind of up to us parents. Next year, we are thinking about moving her up if they don't have an extra team her age or changing to a more competitive league, that is Coachella in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that she's got to put her niece in a higher level. Which
her daughter, my niece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her niece, I meant to say your niece.
Yeah.
To put your niece in the upper bracket, whatever, upper age group.
Yeah.
Where she can get ran and bullied and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but it'll get her tougher for sure.
It'll sharpen her.
Yeah, but she should be able to like run through her age group because that's what age she's at.
Well, she is running through her age group.
She should be able to do that.
Yeah.
She should be now when they're on the like that cusp age. Get them out of here. But if this is their age,
Yeah.
I don't agree, man. I think that basically people need to step up, man. Like, or just know, like, that dude is great. I remember when we played basketball, like Trayvon Carmichael was a great lower than us.
He was.
He was.
He was
a great lower than us.
Yeah.
And so, like, Trey played with us, and he would shine playing with us. But then when he would play with like his age group or his grade, no mercy.
None.
He's killing them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was a monster.
Yeah, he's killing them, but like playing with us, he stood out.
Yeah.
But playing with the lower the guys younger than us, oh my gosh, he was a man among boys.
I don't know if she plays with boys, but that would be another suggestion too. Have her play with the boys. That'd get her right.
Yeah, I guess. It's just that they're taking away competition because their kids aren't good enough.
That's exactly what it is. This next one is from our guy, Rod the God, in response to the Dear Irby writer whose ex came by and her baby daddy, her ex, came by. And she introduced her new dude as he spends a lot of time here. All right, he says, Rod the God said, I can't get enough of this show. Y'all have great production, original commercials, and excellent sound quality. To get on the writer Lamar, he played himself. As Kamal said, it wasn't about him. She's into psychological games. I have to get in your head with the player perspective. First of all, you sound weak. You're way too descriptive when it comes to your girl's ex. Are you a writer? If not, I strongly would reconsider it. You mentioned you aren't sure if she treats you in a certain way because you're black or broke. Are you a victim? All week. Now to get to your girl. Dog, women complain about 2 things, money and time. Based on your description of her ex, you couldn't compete with this money. That's fine, but she's got money. However, you're killing him with giving her time. She threw time in her ex's face to show him that a man can make time for her. Remember what she said when referencing to you. He's been spending a lot of time here. If she's a keeper, that shit probably stung him. You're dicking his woman down. His child is around you, and his ex is happy. Next, you tripped about the label. That's bullshit too. What man truly wants to be labeled in a relationship title? Labels are vaginal. She already stated that you spend a lot of time there. Now, if she goes and says that you're her man, it's a possibility they catch you off guard, especially if the title was never established. I know that's how I got with a woman a few women ago. She just introduced me as her man one day. I was like, oh, really?
Okay.
I guess we're together.
I remember one chick just started calling me babe.
Ugh.
Baby.
Ah.
Where the fuck did that happen?
Damn it. All right, so back to the letter. She used you in that moment, but who cares? All you had to do was look strong, appear to be confident, and support the situation of stroking her own ego. Newsflash, the same way you knew he was rich is the same way he knew you was broke. Ouch. Which stings more, knowing this broke nigga is satisfying his chick and spending ample time around his child. Huge win for you. Lamar, you're winning, but you got to do better. Supporting an insecure man will get old. Eesh, you ain't lying about that. A broke nigga with charisma can always bag a chick. Look at Eddie Murphy in Coming to America. Before Lisa knew who he was, a nigga working at McDowell's for her pops took her from the Prince of Soul Glow. Let that shit sink in. Take this time, get yourself together. Kyle and Kamal, great show as usual. Looking forward to our next episode. That is from our guy, Rod the God.
Rod the God, always spitting that fire.
Fire! When we come back, we're going to save a relationship. Got a little tip for y'all. And later on, we got a front page of our lives. Kamal and I both are making some changes. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys, I want to take this time to ask you to subscribe to The World According to Cheryl. That is Cheryl Underwood's podcast. It's hilarious, and I'm on it. Come on, let's save a relationship right quick.
Come on, man. We got to do it.
This one's for Tanya, man. I got a little advice for the fellas, man. This is just for the fellas because we come hard on the ladies sometimes, so we got to make sure we spread the wealth and encourage the fellas how to make their life happier. All right, guys, now it's time for the lesson of the day. When arguing with your lady, it is important to tell her what you heard before you respond. Here's what happens. Your woman says, you're late. And what you heard is, why you never on time? But what she meant to say was some other thing. I probably should have worked this example out before I said it.
So basically, seek clarification before you respond.
Before you pull the guns out.
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of times, sometimes I don't like doing this because once they realize they said something foul, they'll backtrack.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it is important because I hate when it's done to me. Because I hate when I get this. I get, oh, so what you're basically saying is that I'm your maid. Got it. Like, whoa, hey, didn't say that.
Big ass leap.
Yeah, you don't get to say got it for something I didn't clarify.
Yeah.
So, you don't get to get it.
Yeah.
So before I know, even if you about to take off on, not physically, but you got to, she says something foul and you ready. Always clarify before you light her up. Because you could be wrong. You're going to have cake on your face. Go ahead.
Chances are you are wrong.
Really?
Chances are you're wrong. Well, I'll say this, man. Because in the heat, here's the thing about it. When people are arguing and they're heated,
yeah,
it's just coming. It's just flowing.
Yeah.
And so it's not a lot of thought, going into like that vitriol.
Especially since you're a thinker, Kamal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's not a lot of thought. You're just saying stuff. Yeah. And so sometimes it's not as artful as they would have liked to say it.
That's a good word, artful.
It's not as artful. And it's not definitely not going to be as pleasant. They're just saying whatever. And so if you ask for clarification, chances are, well, not chances are, they might walk it back or explain to you what they're really trying to say. It's really an immature way of dealing with issues, not seeking clarification.
Well, the problem is sometimes, Kamal, you don't think you need clarification. You've heard it.
Yeah,
I heard what you said. I know exactly what you mean. But so that's the other thing I want to encourage. It ain't just when just always clarify. Okay, when I'm hearing you say is this.
Oh.
All right.
My thing is just like, wait, what?
Yeah, but see, when you do that, Kamal, what you're doing is giving her a chance to scramble and rewrite that bullshit.
I mean, I'll take the rewriting.
I don't want the rewrite.
Yeah, I'll take the rewriting.
I don't want the rewrite. This is what I just heard you say. What I just heard you say is, every time I hug you, you think I'm trying to smash. That's what I thought I just heard you say. And then she could clarify, no, I didn't mean it like that. Or, yeah, every time you hug me, I think you're trying to smash. Which I am. I used to until I learned.
You learned.
I had to learn the hard way.
So now you basically just give like arbitrary hugs.
Yeah, now I got to give bullshit hugs for no ass. Free hugs.
Free hugs.
Yeah. Speaking of free, Kamal, when we come back, we got to talk about a major life change that you and I are both doing. We're not happy about it, but we are doing the right thing. This is the MRA Podcast. Yo, Kamal.
What's up?
I finally finished my album, dog.
The one you did in 2013?
Yeah, man. I know, man. A long time ago, man. But I said, you know what? I'm going to finish this album. This thing is coming out. Eventually. You know, you got to finish. You can't give up.
I can dig it. And eventually it's finally here.
Eventually it's finally arrived, man. And I was listening to it, man. This thing was funny, dude.
Okay, it's not dated. No jokes about Chingy or nothing like that.
There is some dated jokes in there. Like there's a reference to, it was before Michael Sam came out. Because it was like a reference to gay athletes that came out. And I was like, wow, that's dated. Okay. But the juxt of it is everything's good.
Bruce Jenner still...
Yeah,
Caitlyn.
He's Bruce.
He's Bruce.
I don't talk about him,
but he was Bruce.
Yeah, I used to have a Bruce Jenner joke, and he was Bruce. And this when I recorded this, but no, it's ready, man. It's out. Okay. It's funny, man. Check it out and get it on iTunes right now. It's called "Be a Man at All Times." Kamal, one of the best things to me in show business is when you do not have a day job. Mm-hmm. That is the mark of a professional show business person. Nobody wants to get a real gig. We just try to continue, and me personally, I try to keep my expenses low, so that I don't have to get a job, and I could just buy the time until the show business money kicks up enough.
I got you.
But the problem is, if you like vagina, which I'm pretty sure both of us do.
I'm quite fond of it.
I'm very fond of it. Vagina costs money, dude. That's just what it is. I don't care if it's your girlfriend. I don't care if it's your wife. I don't care if it's some girl you just met on the street. You got to appear to have money and be able to spend some dough. I don't care if you want to get on Tinder and smash. You got to take her out somewhere first. Mm-hmm. Vagina costs money. And I have fought that, Kamal, for a long time. You know, we've done sketches about it, about the phrase, it ain't tricking if you got it. I've always hated when dudes say it ain't tricking if you got it. I've always hated when dudes paid for ass because I made a living not paying for ass. My entire Mac Daddy career, I have made it not paying for ass. But what I have finally realized is once you become a grown man, there's different types of women out there. And
the thing about it is you're going to pay. Yes. Maybe not directly like here's $50. Damn. What? That's lowballing. But I'm saying, like, you're not handing over cash, but you are purchasing a home for the family. I mean, even like you're paying no matter what level in the relationship. Mm-hmm. You just met a chick, you go out on a date, you guys moving in together, you're married, you're paying.
Yes.
Regardless.
Yes. There's three types of men out there, Kamal. Mm-hmm. Provider, the manager, and the mooch. Bitch! The provider is the guy that I always strive to be. He pays the bills, he takes care of everything, but he can also venture into the trick. And so I fought it. Then there's the manager. Now, the manager is the guy who's the brains of the operation when it comes to her getting the money. She's the talent, but he's the actual brain of the operation. So he tells her how to go get the money. But the side effect of that guy is he could turn into the pimp. So, you know, not all managers are pimps, but all pimps are managers. Then there's the mooch. And that's the dude that lives off of women. Bitch! And that is the dude I never want to be, but I find myself jumping into mooch land, and that shit's scary.
Is it the mooch and the manager?
No. The difference. That's a good question. The difference between the mooch and the manager. The mooch isn't. The manager is at least responsible for her money in some way.
Oh, the mooch is just sitting on the couch and things are getting paid.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Both of them are still relying on her money.
Yes, but the mooch ain't even trying to act like it got nothing to do with him. The mooch is the equivalent of the woman who just finds rich dudes.
The trophy wife.
Yeah, just finds rich dudes.
Yeah.
And so my biggest fear is being the mooch. And I think sometimes that I've had the mentality of, I'm going to let you invest, and when I get this, I'm going to give it back. If you do that for too long, you start moving into mooch territory.
You know what? I could have been the mooch, but I hate being the mooch, but I could have been. One thing my girl did, and I don't think she did it intentionally. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She did it for her own personal reasons. But she had 2 jobs. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, you know what? That the second job, I'm kind of over that one. Mm-hmm. So if she had both jobs, I would have been the mooch because financially she would have been able to take care of everything minus my income.
Yeah. But
when she got rid of that second job, it was like, okay, you need to bring in something to make this whole. So I couldn't be the mooch because she got rid of her second job. If she had both jobs,
you would have been straight Steve Mariucci.
Yeah, just chilling,
chilling like a bug.
Yeah, chilling.
That's embarrassing. So we are both making this announcement on the podcast, man. Going back to the day job, dog.
Yeah, I just got my TB results back. Passed.
Do you have tuberculosis?
I do not have tuberculosis, or we would have to sterilize this mic after I used it. Nah, man. Yeah. So going back into education looks like. You know what? Here's the thing about it. This is pretty much the only job I've ever had since I've been an adult. Yeah. Since I was 23 years old. This is the only job. It's the only thing I know how to do outside of writing and telling jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the only thing I know how to do. And I tried to look at it as, me being out of work for so long, a blessing in disguise. Yeah. Now I can focus on my writing and really go 100% into, my comedy and whatnot.
But
it didn't work out. And probably I didn't go 100% because honestly, man, one thing about me is if I don't know where I'm going, if I'm lost in the woods, I don't know where I'm going, I'm not about to just walk.
You just stay still.
Until I figure out where to go. Now, if you point me in the right direction, I will walk. If you tell me there's a town 300 miles from here, I'm going to walk in that direction. I'll walk 300 miles. I'll do the hard work.
Yeah.
But just like walk aimlessly, I don't do that well. I need to see some type of light.
Yeah.
And so when I was out, I didn't know what to do. So I wasted a lot of time trying to figure my shit out.
Yeah.
Much to the chagrin of my girl.
You said what?
Much to the chagrin. Yeah.
You weren't comfortable. Some dudes I envy, like my guy Gerard Carmichael, man. He was like, they told him, man, don't get a job, just focus on the stand-up. Don't get a job, just focus on the stand-up. He's also a genius. But he was able to, sleep on couches and all that shit. But he ain't got the kids that we have.
No.
You know what I mean? He no marriage, no kids, just himself. And he's really, 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 stand-up genius. And he worked the game better. Some people, I had to realize, man, I have my entire career, I've kept a teaching job. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man, this shit is hurting my heart to even say it, man. To go back, it feels like a failure. It feels like, and I'm glad we're sharing this with our audience because we're being vulnerable, man. It feels like waving the white flag. It feels like quitting show business, which I'm not. I'm not quitting comedy. Only thing that I'm gonna cut back on is the commercials, which hurts to say out loud because, commercials have been my thing for a long time, but I think that I am moving into my man Tyrone Dubois, who's a contributor on Cheryl Underwood Radio. He's an R&B historian. We had the Cheryl Underwood Radio, I was going to call it festival, but affiliate meeting where all the affiliates came in from around the country. Great people. I met a great people. And my man Tyrone Dubois was talking to me. He was like, man, you got to reinvent yourself. And I just kind of was thinking about that, and I'm thinking, Yeah, I think it is time to reinvent myself. And I feel like the direction I'm going into, I got 2 TV writing opportunities coming up, and I'm working on the pilot for that submission. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I feel like I'm going into the Owen Smith, Ian Edwards lane of stand-up TV writing, and that's it. Like, getting away from the acting, get away from the commercials. It really does hurt me to say this, man, because, you know, the commercials have been very good to me, but they haven't been good to me in a while. I still got one running, you know, but I don't want to be the dude that quits when things are rough. But at the same time, it's like I have avoided a full-time teaching job just in the name of commercials. Just so I didn't, you know, so I can audition for commercials.
Oh, full-time teaching job, man. You know, that's papers to grade. That's lesson plans to create. Yeah. That's, you know what I'm saying, committees they want you to do stuff for. Yeah. It's a grind, man. It's a full-time job. You know, meetings and whatnot. So, you know, it's different from subbing.
Yeah.
You know, you clock out, you're done. Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For the most part, unless you have a long-term position where you got to do a lot of those things. But the teaching job, the full-time teacher, it's a tough job. And when you get home, man, you're drained, man.
Yeah, it's tough.
You're drained, man. And so for me, that was always hindering me for my writing, because I would get home, I didn't want to look at a computer screen. Yeah. I wanted to sit on the couch, veg out, eat dinner, go to sleep, wake up, and do it all over again. I mean, I didn't want to do that, but it was like my body, I just wanted to just reset.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely didn't want to go out to like a comedy club for 3 or 4 hours, any of that stuff, man. Yeah. You know, but here's the crazy thing about it.
Go ahead.
Our grandparents, grandfathers, great-grandfathers and whatnot, they didn't lose their house.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't miss a bill, but they didn't follow their dreams.
I'm not giving up on mine, dude. I'm not giving up on mine, but at the same time, man, I'll never forget this. I got to share with the audience. I'll never forget this. This is years ago. I'm living with my girl, who at the time who's going to become my wife soon, but you know, she's got her own place. I'm not living there at the first. I think we're getting ready to have our second kid, so I'm like, I guess I should move in, right? But she's paying the bills and I'm, you know, contributing or whatever. And then my boy gave me some sermon from this pastor, and it became the basis to where, you know, the MRA philosophy. He basically said, no matter what, you pay that rent. You pay the rent. If that's all you pay the rent as a man. And I just talked to my dad about this a couple of days ago, and I didn't even know my dad had the same philosophy when him and my mom was together. He was like, yeah. I'll take care of the rent and you take care of blah, 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 blah. The man takes care of the rent. If you find yourself in a position, fellas, like I have been, where for whatever reason you're not paying the rent, don't be surprised. Remember the Chris Rock joke? Every time she reaches into her pocket, that drives the coochie out. Dude, I started getting feedback like, so, you know, I paid the rent. And I'm like, why you keep telling me about that? In my mind, I'm like, that's your rent. Of course you paid it. But if you spend a lot of time over there and you ain't paying the rent, I'm telling you right now, dog, that shit gonna get ugly. Yeah. When we come back, man, we got to talk about, speaking of blame, Lisa Raye blames Duane Martin for her divorce, and wait till you hear why. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this one. It's the MRA Podcast. Can I have your attention, please? We are trying to start a movement. You heard that right. We're starting a movement. We're doing something different here at the MRA Podcast. We vibing with y'all. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You know what I'm saying, ladies? It ain't just fellas that listen to the show. Matter of fact, it's a majority women, but it's all good. I know you know somebody that fits with what we trying to do over here. So all we need you to do is send it to them. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That somebody know how we get down here at the MRA show. It's really called the podcast, but I just wanted to rhyme no and show. All right, man. My cousin Marcus listens in Brooklyn. He hit me up. He was like, what up, dog? Y'all got to catch the Lisa Raye interview. She named Duane Martin, and she don't fuck with him because he was introducing her husband. She was introducing her husband to Duane, and basically Duane Martin was bringing women to Lisa Raye's husband. And so it was on uncensored, so I watched the clip, the tease of the interview.
Okay.
Yeah, Lisa Raye basically was saying, this is back when she was married to some prince or head of Turks and Caicos. He was royalty or governor or something. He was important. And she was the first lady, right?
Oh, yeah. He was the premier, which basically, he's basically the president of Turks and Caicos.
Mm-hmm. So she married him. And it's so funny because you told me that she said she wasn't even in love with him.
No.
So I wonder why she married him, Kamal.
Well, she said being the first lady of Turks and Caicos played a role in that.
Of course it did. It's everything we talk about, fellas. What do they want? Well, it gave her status. Mm-hmm. And more importantly, it gave her something to brag about. She has to be able to brag about you. If you're not giving your woman something to brag about, she's going to have a lot more to complain about. She is the first lady, right? Look at how much Michelle Obama is revered.
Yeah.
She's the first lady. Mm-hmm. She's the woman standing next to the man.
Right.
And I'm telling you, man, they love that.
She's the first lady of Turks and Caicos. Lovely island, by the way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We went with the family a few years ago.
You went there?
Yeah.
Okay. Baller.
Yeah.
Back when you had a job.
I actually won it on the game show, me and Skills.
Did you?
Yeah. Won the trip. But so she had to do like first lady duties, like hosting and all that stuff. And her ex's, what he was probably thinking, that's Diamond.
Oh, hilarious! And he married probably a fetish, a crush.
Yeah, that's Diamond,
and used his status, and it worked.
Yeah.
But in his mind, this is what ladies don't understand. Women always talk about, I want to be treated like a princess. I want to be treated like a queen. Okay, I don't understand if you really know this, ladies, when you ask to be treated like a queen. A king has a queen, and he also has concubines.
Yeah.
That's how that works. So you're a figurehead. Mm-hmm. And so she gave up her career of acting and stuff just to go be this queen of this island, right?
Yeah.
Not realizing she's going to be bored out of her mind. She's on this she's in paradise, Kamal. Mm-hmm. She's miserable in paradise.
Yeah, man. This one, and she's blaming Duane Martin for introducing her ex-husband, to chicks.
Yes. But here's the thing, though. We don't even got to get to Duane yet.
Yeah.
We got to get to the mind of a woman. In her mind, delusional. She thought it was going to be this. Turns out it was that.
Well,
and she was miserable.
Yeah. I mean, and to think that she's going to go from this Hollywood lifestyle to basically
Meghan Markle.
And I heard Meghan Markle's not happy.
She's miserable.
Yeah, she's not happy.
She's miserable.
Man, I gotta do this bullshit.
Oh, she's a figurehead. Yeah. The British press are on her.
And there's certain rules. She can't do this.
Yeah.
She can't do that.
You want to be a princess so damn bad.
Yeah.
So bad. And she's fucking miserable.
Yeah.
And so she didn't realize her husband was going to be gone all the time.
Yeah, he's at work.
And she married a playboy. Yeah. And she said it.
Well, the thing about it is, man, let's take Duane Martin out of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to get to him in a second.
But let's remove him from the situation.
Yes.
If Duane Martin had not introduced him to women, he is the president of Turks and Caicos.
Who was a playboy.
Women was going to...
Yes. Yes.
Blame Duane Martin for that.
So let's talk about Duane Martin. Okay. She said Duane was her friend.
Yeah.
All right. They were co-stars on whatever show.
All of Us.
All of Us. All right. UPN, right? Mm-hmm. So she felt like Duane Martin violated her because Duane Martin was bringing women to his boy. Now, my question for you is, who should Duane be loyal to? His original friend or his homeboy? That's the question for the MRA podcast today. Who is his loyalty to, Kamal?
It depends, man. Like, were they?
She said it was her best friend.
Duane Martin was her best friend?
That's what she says. Well, that's what Kim Whitley was saying when she was describing what happened.
Oh, okay. Well, if they were like best friends, if they were truly best friends,
yes,
his loyalty has to lie with Lisa Raye. Now, if it was just they work together and they cool, and then they go off, because here's the thing about it. When he met the premiere of Turks and Caicos, the ex, and they liked the same shit, and they was hanging out, I can see that shift. Like, man, you all right.
Dog. Once men become friends, the loyalty becomes to the man. Ladies, I hope you're hearing this. This is why you listen to the MRA podcast, so you can hear how men really talk, really think. My loyalty is to my dude. Mm-hmm. Your wife is my friend. She is a listener. She's listening right now. My loyalty is to Kamal Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, you knew me first.
Don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care if she introduced us. I don't care if we grew up together, Morgan Elementary, Pomona Valley Christian, San Jose, Morgan, Frisbee Junior High. My loyalty. Now, I got some friends like that. Lakeisha McKinney, Tyga Burton. Those are my girls, right? It would be hard to betray them. However,
if you got tight with they dudes.
Dog. Let me tell you something, dog. I am so glad I was never in this situation, but my sister married a dude, and that was my brother. And if we ever went in the streets and got scandalous together, I would have to be like, hey, I ain't seen nothing. He now becomes home. You've heard the phrase HBH. I don't know if you heard it. Every guy has a different iteration of this, but in Rialto, they said homies before hoes. Now, obviously, my sister ain't no hoe, but they called it HBH because that was just, it really means your dudes before the ladies. No matter who that person is, you get a bond with the dude. It's just how it is when it's dudes, right? Every guy, there's an iteration of that.
Bros before hoes. Yeah.
See, that's the code. So once they bond, ladies, you need to understand you now dropped.
Well, see, here's the thing about it. And this is one thing. If I got a homegirl,
mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna get involved with your dude. I'm not gonna become his friend.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Because of that.
Because of that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
That's funny. I have the same philosophy about my buddies, family members. I'm not touching none of my buddies' family members. Never have, never will, hopefully.
Well, you mean smashing or like basically being cool with them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because of that reason, I know she gonna end up hurt because she's gonna be delusional. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie to her. I'm gonna let her know what it is, but she ain't gonna believe it, and she's gonna end up sad. And I've just never. I mean, I've touched the homie's lady before, but I ain't never touched the homie's family before.
I think that's worse.
I think it is too.
No, touching the lady.
I know. I think it's worse.
Okay.
I know it's worse. Shit is whack. And we're going to talk about touching the lady later on in the show. What these dudes is duking it out. But I know it's worse. But in my mind, for some reason, like, nah, I don't fuck with family. Now, I don't fuck with nobody's lady no more. But in high school, yeah, I did that bullshit.
Now, Duane Martin introducing chicks to her ex.
Is that a flag on the play?
Not the flag. Is it legitimate for her to blame Duane Martin?
No.
For breaking up the marriage?
No.
If everything she says is true, he's the one who's introducing them to, like, you know what I'm saying, chicks and stuff. Like, he's bringing chicks around. Is their marriage over because of Duane Martin?
No, their marriage is over because she was delusional.
My marriage is over because she says she was not in love with him.
That's not why it was over. That's not why it's over.
Dude. Here's the thing about it. She said she wasn't in love with him. Mm-hmm. That man knew that.
Of course he knew that.
He knows that.
Does that mean she was, what's the word? Oh, I know. Using him?
Yeah, very, very opportunistic.
Well, he was using her too.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, he probably was infatuated. Like I said, that's
of course.
Diamond.
She was infatuated too. Fellas, understand this. Your money is your value, period. Mm-hmm. I've been saying this for years, and I got off track because I thought, I'm chasing the money. Give me credit. Like, I need credit for what I'm about to get. Because in my mind, the things that I'm going to accomplish are real things. But that wasn't translating in now time.
Well, the thing about it is, they'll give you the credit. After a while, there is a limit, though.
That credit runs out.
Yeah, limit.
My credit ran the fuck out.
My limit ran out too, man. I maxed out my limit of like.
That's my shit. Ow, that shit's embarrassing.
And
7 years is too long, dog.
And I didn't have another card.
No card. Hey, what you know about trying to apply for a new card? Nah, nigga, you are out of time.
I'm out of time.
I need you to shit. They say some hurtful shit, but
oh my god,
what? Woo. I'm still limping, nigga. I'm still.
Oh my
hot.
gosh, man!
But it worked. Getting a job.
Yeah. I'm still salty though.
I'm all salty too, nigga. Don't say shit to me. I hate you with all of my heart.
Here's his fucking money. Shut the fuck up and go.
Take your money. I hate you. You gonna pay for this?
Yeah.
I'm now the Prince of Turkey Cake Coast, bitch. I can't wait to pay you back.
Once my
please.
riding takes off,
What?
we gonna circle back. We gonna circle back to this
I ain't never gonna
conversation.
forget. When we come back, Swaggy P says he had a chance for Rihanna, but he couldn't close the deal. We got to talk about this. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, what's up, man? I just had to take a time away from the podcast to let you know. If you want an MRA hat, you can get you one. You know why? Because we got them for sale. 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 You can get you one in red, blue, black, whatever you want. Just go to the website, themrapodcast.com. That is themrapodcast.com and get you one. Kamal. I wonder if this has ever happened to you. So Swaggy P said he was playing back. I think it was the Laker days, right? Mm-hmm. He's hooping. He looks over. He sees Rihanna on the sideline. You know, she sits courtside.
Yeah.
And you know, I used to have a joke about this, that when a guy sees a woman, all of a sudden we get inspired, right? Yeah. Like, just say we're playing basketball. It's no big deal. As soon as some women come, we start elbowing each other. We dunk for the first time.
Game get intense.
It gets intense once a woman's there, right? Uh-huh. Matter of fact, I think I met my lady playing hoops in my front yard in Rialto. And we was hooping. And as soon as Stacy walked up with her 3 friends, it was like, oh, wow. Who's that one?
The greatest catch I ever made playing baseball was when a chick came to see me.
Man, you just...
The greatest catch. Hilarious. I don't even know how I pulled it off.
You go to the next level. So Swaggy P sees Rihanna in the stands, right? Next thing you know, my dude starts going off. He hitting shots everywhere. Behind his back, he gets swaggy. Yeah. It's like when Pac-Man eats that power pellet. Yeah. And now all of a sudden he got the power. So after the game, they asked him, hey, Swaggy, Nick Young, USC, how did you play so well today? He said, I'm going to be honest with you. I saw Rihanna in the stands, and it inspired me to go up. So word gets to Rihanna, okay, he feeling me. So Rihanna allegedly lets him know that, hey, you know, what's cracking? But he had just got with Iggy Azalea. And he had to pass on Rihanna because he had just gotten locked down. Ouch! You ever been in that situation?
No, of course.
What happened?
Oh, man, I remember I just got married. Or I was about to get married. I just got my wedding band. And I was subbing at a school. And the cafeteria worker was talking to me, but she wasn't talking to me about herself. She pointed to like the other chick, like a teacher or some worker. I was like, God damn. And I was like, I had to show the ring. I point to it.
Like Bruce Willis in Die Hard.
Yeah, because at first, the other chick, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? She's a good 6. But the one she pointed to, who looked up like, what's up? Like she was plugging her homegirl.
Yeah.
The homegirl was solid.
And down.
Let me
tell you about your boy Kamal. I've still yet to do that, to say I'm not available. I have yet. I mean, like, it's not like I'm out there smashing chicks in the street. It's just that I don't get the opportunity, and you know, so I'm not out there in the street smashing a bunch of new chicks. Not because I'm a good dude. It's just they ain't coming at me. I don't know how good my defense would be if they was. One time, no. When I was married, when I first got married, I did that. I never forget my boy Siddiqui for the rest in peace. We go to San Luis Obispo to do a show. The whole way on the show, we talking about women, of course, right? Because Siddiqui was a hound, and I'm like, dog. I've been faithful because I was undefeated. It was the longest I'd ever been faithful, right? I think I was going on 2 years. Ooh. And I was struggling because
that's good for you, right?
Oh, world record, right? So I'm going on 2 years of faithfulness, man. But the problem is, me and my wife, we started sexually slowing down. Now, we ain't never gotten bad compared to what I saw after that, as far as a real slowdown. But what I thought was a drought, it wasn't a drought, comparatively speaking, but it was a drought for us.
Okay.
So we were starting to slow down, and I was starting to get frustrated because in my mind, I was like, you don't want to fuck, and I can't fuck nobody else? This don't make no sense. I remember, dog, I told Siddiqui, I said, dog, I'm just trying to be faithful. So whatever you do, man, help me to be faithful. He said, I got you, man. I've been reading my Bible and whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, yeah, man, me too. I'm trying to be super Christian. He like, I got you. So, man, we do the show. I opened, he closed. He ripped that thing. I ripped it too, but he destroyed. So I'm sitting backstage on the couch. This nigga comes backstage with 3 women. Was like, man, this one been looking at you. He walks off with 2, sends 1 to me. And I'm looking at this nigga like, what about the conversation we had on the way here? So he whooped, and I'm talking to the girl and stuff. So then afterwards, I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna dip to the crib, man. I walked to because it was right by, it was right by the hotel. I'm looking at the nigga like, dog, what did we talk about? I'm like, come on, man, keep on away from me, man. I'm being faithful. So then I walked to the hotel, man. This nigga kept calling me. I'm like, dog, man, I'm about to fuck these 2 bitches. I need you to babysit the 3rd one. And she down to fuck, man. Come on, let me send it to you. Nigga, did you not hear what I said on the way? And you told me you would help me. And now you're tempting me in a way that I'm not strong enough to handle, bruh. I never forget that Siddiqui story, man. So I guess I have. That was the one time I could remember that I literally turned down ass. Because normally I would just be like, look, I'm married. Oh, I got a girl, but what you talking about? You know what I mean? You down to
dude,
know my situation and still fuck? What's cracking?
Year 1 for my marriage.
Yeah.
I had never been like so sought after.
Oh, always.
Year 1 was ridiculous, dude. Like, I remember I was in my little teacher training.
Yeah.
And we would sit down for that week in these uncomfortable desks.
Yeah.
And so, I'm skinny. Like, man, after a while, my ass is hurting on that wood.
Yeah.
So I was talking to this chick. I was like, man, tomorrow I'm going to bring a pillow, man. Like, this shit hurt my butt. She was like, oh, I ain't got to worry about that. And, like, kind of showed me, like, she had wagon.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, dude. She is...
No, that's what Chris Rock.
She's throwing this.
That's what the legendary. We said Chris Rock covered everything. He covered everything, man.
Me and my girlfriend are having a dick sucking contest, and we thought you'd be a good judge. You never got that call when you were single. Now you get it every Tuesday.
Like, oh my gosh, why are you? This is so unfair.
Yeah, man.
I'm supposed to just be like, okay.
I know. That's what's crazy. Like, I never understood turning down ass because, like, just always.
Oh, like, you know what I'm saying? A year prior.
Yeah.
Me and this chick ain't having that conversation.
Of course not. Because they can smell when you're committed. They can smell when you're a quote-unquote good dude. You're about to have a good job. You're stable. They're looking for stability, man.
Yeah, man.
When we come back, man, we got to talk about 2 brothers fighting for a woman in public. All this burns me up, dog. I can't wait to get into this. And we also, later on in the show, we got a Dear Irby letter when we talk about how to handle an in-law who is disrespectful to your child. Woo! It's the MRA Podcast. Are you yelling at your radio right now? What the hell you saying? You wrong, Kyle.
You wrong, Kamal.
Yeah. Or right. That's what I'm talking about.
Word.
Yeah. Hey, then tweet us. Stop what you're doing unless you're driving. Stop what you're doing. Hit us right now. Respond to us. Just talk to us right now.
Let us know how you feel.
I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Or you can hit us both at the MRA Podcast and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, man.
So we'll read it.
We might even respond.
And you just might hear it on the show.
Yeah, man. Be a celebrity for a day.
Yes, man. Just stop what you're doing. Hit us up, man. You'll get a response.
Yes, sir.
Come out, you sent me this video, man. 2 brothers fighting over a woman. Sue Cravens, I guess that's the football guy.
Sue Cravens, yeah, he was he's played for the Redskins, Broncos recently. Okay. Cut him. USC alumni.
Okay, Trojan. Yeah. So he's skinny. So he's a receiver, DB.
He was safety.
Okay, DB.
Yeah.
And then Malik Beasley, is he still in the NBA?
Yeah, plays for the Denver Nuggets.
Okay, so they're fighting in the lobby of a fancy hotel or apartment, and it's on camera. And TMZ got it. There's a girl that's like trying to break them up before they start. There's a girl that's like telling the guy not to be there. Now, first of all, this is so exciting to watch. Google this, y'all, so you can see it. Especially if you went to a high school, black high school, but any high school, because I'm sure, white guys fight all the time. I got a lot of white listeners. My boy from Boston listens. And Irish cats, they throw down, right? Down. So you can tell when a dude has his mind right, he's about to fight. He's got that pace. You know what I mean? He's ready to go. And so you see the basketball dude walking in circles. This is what I think happened. Somehow there was a conversation, and the nigga said, "Well, I'm at such and such. I'm here. You want to see me? Nigga, meet me in the lobby. Come see me."
Nigga, fuck it. I'm on my way.
So he goes downstairs, dude, like, I'm here right now, whoop-de-whoop. So he was probably upstairs in the girl's house or whatever.
Yeah.
Another dude called at the wrong time. He said, who's that? Give me the phone. Hey, nigga, what, motherfucker, that's my, all right, motherfucker, what you talking about? All right, homie, see me. Then come see me then. So he goes, which is dangerous because you don't know what he bringing.
Yeah.
They square up. They lock up. They fighting. I'm hot, Kamal. Because first of all, this woman got an NBA dude and an NFL dude.
Fighting over him.
She got a taste.
Yeah.
The more I'm realizing, dog, I know she fine. that vagina costs money. It's so frustrating to me, dude. Like, is it a coincidence? I could see if she went to high school with these guys and they just happened to go in the league, but that's not what happened, Kamal. She seeks out pro athletes because she can get her bills paid.
Yeah, and yeah, that's probably her spot, that fancy apartment.
And I bet she ain't paying the rent.
Yeah, so she's at that fancy spot, and she was with both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know what I'm saying, they found out about each other.
Yep.
Words were exchanged.
Uh-huh.
And fisticuffs. Fists were exchanged.
A public fight broke out.
It's embarrassing, man.
Embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. But the thing about it is, you know what I'm saying, she's probably the cause.
Good chance.
I've never had a fight over a chick.
I've gotten fought over a chick.
Yeah, I've never had a fight. But there was a situation where, you know what I'm saying, this girl, I mean, she really wasn't my girl. But, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, we was, you know, doing our thing. And a guy really wasn't my friend, but like some dude, you know, an acquaintance. I guess they linked up after me and this chick. Me and this chick weren't exclusive or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, she told me, I found out about it. And so I was like, man, this, you know what I'm saying, this dude my homeboy and stuff like that. And she said, he's not your friend. And so she didn't say anything else, but I knew what she was trying to, you know, I knew what she was getting at.
He was a dirty Mac.
She was trying to get me to say why. Or what happened? What did he say?
Yeah.
And I didn't bite.
No, you did not.
I didn't bite. I didn't bite. I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess nigga ain't my friend.
Because he's not. And there's no need to ask for clarification. If a broad says he's not your friend, there's a good chance she's telling the truth.
Yeah.
And there's no need to... Okay.
I left it at that.
Okay.
I continued my thing with her for a little bit longer. And the dude, I think, you know what I'm saying, we was in fantasy football together and stuff like that. It was like, all right, well, you know what I'm saying? He won't be coming over for Thanksgiving, but...
No, but I mean, he's still kind of cool.
Yeah, he kind of cool. But honest, and I never inquired why he wasn't my friend.
You found out enough information.
Okay, well, that works for me.
Well, hey, don't need for you to prove it. What do you mean he's not my friend? Hey, yes, my friend. Blah, 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 blah.
And so, but I can see, like, she probably wanted us to bicker or argue.
Oh, they love that.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not going there.
I'm not doing that for you, please.
Yeah, not that serious.
You know, I've heard that phrase, you've never fought for me. Like, what are you watching romantic comedies for? Like, I'm not fighting for you. If you want to leave, go. Oh, they hate that. Why would you let me leave? Because you want to go. So go.
I will fight with somebody disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mean that. I mean, they like you.
I will fight over some shit like that.
That's the rule. The only reason I'm fighting over that is because I have to.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't even care.
Oh, my gosh. Especially, well, here's the thing about it. If, like, my chick is 100% innocent.
She's not, but go ahead. That's what they're turned on by you fighting for them. Yeah. They're turned on by you chasing them, and they're turned on by you fighting another man.
When you cause this shit, now I gotta I gotta do this.
Yep.
Man, it was a Sopranos episode where it was Tony's sister did some shit, did some ill shit, and got beat up by a Russian.
Wow. And
Tony was like, man, I gotta do something. Yep. She was like, why? She was like, thinking you my sister.
Yeah.
And he's mad as a motherfucker. I gotta go to war with these Russians.
Yep.
Just because they laid a finger on my sister, even though my sister was dead fucking wrong.
Even I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Because of my name. I gotta go protect my damn name.
Gotta do some shit.
And that's funny you brought that up, man, because when we come back, we talk about how to handle an in-law that disrespects your child. Do you gotta do something? Do you do it now? Do you do it later? We'll talk about that. This is the MRA Podcast. Hey, if you're enjoying the podcast, do us a favor. Tell a friend. That's it. Costs you nothing, helps us out, and gives your friend some entertainment to make that commute a little easier, or gives them some company on a workout, or while they're cleaning the house, so it helps them out, helps everyone out. All right, so please subscribe, leave a positive comment, and share. Let's get into this Dear Irby letter.
Letters.
Dear Irby, I'm writing in because I need you to help me. I just married my husband. We only dated for 3 months, but we knew we were the one for each other. The problem is his mama is not the one for me. And if she ever disrespects my child again, she will find out I ain't the one. I have a baby from a previous situation, and she is 6. My mother-in-law was at my house, and my daughter came out of the restroom. I heard her say, "Hey, gal, close that door. What's wrong with you?" My daughter was so confused. She went back and closed the door, but she was shaking. I could see if my daughter blew the bathroom up, meaning she took a shit in it stank. But she didn't. She just ran into tinkle. I guess his mother has some rule about the bathroom door always being closed. I don't know, but I don't share the rule. Y'all, I was hot. This may not sound like a big deal to you, but it was a big deal to me. I wanted to say, bitch, don't you ever talk to my baby like that. You may talk to your kids like that, but not mine. Now, I didn't say that, but I promise I was about to. I really don't know how to handle this, and that's why I'm turning to you two. I talked to my husband about it so he could check this heifer, but he didn't do a damn thing. Now I gotta be honest, I'm looking at him sideways. I'm ready to snap on the bitch if she says one more thing to my baby in any off-color tone. What should I do, men? How would you have me to talk to this? How would you have me to handle this if this was your mama? I love the show, guys. Keep helping sisters like me learn how to, quote, handle interesting men like you. Tasha in Moreno Valley. Come out, what do you think?
Tasha tripping.
Wow.
Yeah, Tasha tripping.
Why?
Man, because here's the thing about it. She's going to talk to this man about his mama. Like, get him to check his mama? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Here's the thing about it, man. I'm being real, Tasha. You should appreciate the fact that his mother is talking to your daughter like she's one of her own. You know what I'm saying? Like if I think you would feel a different way, a certain way, if your daughter came out the bathroom and the mama made a funny look to the husband, like, "Oh, are you gonna say something?" And then, or she pulled him to the side, "Hey, go tell her we don't do that around here." No, she checked her like I'm sure she checked your husband when he was younger. Like I'm sure she would check, you know what I'm saying, your little girl if that was her biological granddaughter. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Grandparents, they come from a different generation. They are who they are. You know what I'm saying? They're set in their ways. Sometimes it's a little off-putting, but I mean, I think it all comes from love. I don't think you need to check her. I don't think you need to look at him sideways. Definitely. This is the situation, man. You married this man. That means you married his family. And the grandmother checking your daughter, you might not like it, but honestly, man, this woman's probably going to be the one babysitting, be the one taking her for ice cream and stuff like that, coming to all her recitals, graduations and all that. So you want her to feel loved, and she might show love by talking to kids crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's not your philosophy. That's not your method. That's hers. I don't think you should trip at all on this. Now, if she's like abusing her, if she's mistreating her, if she's only talking to your daughter and not the other kids, that's one thing. But if she's talking to everybody the same, hey, man, be happy that she's part of that circle.
Come on, we come back. I got to weigh in.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, y'all? If you like this show, you want to help us offset some of these costs, man, you feeling the need to donate, then do just that. Go to www.patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast. That is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, and you can find us at Patreon. Or you can catch us in the street and just be like, hey, man, I love y'all. I want to bless you with some cash and put some dollars in our pocket. You can do that. Or you can hit us on Venmo. find our names and just, bless us with dough on Venmo. Or you could pray for us. Do that too. But we prefer cash. Kamal, a lot of things stood out to me about this letter. A lot of things. First of all, she said the daughter came from a previous situation.
Yeah, I noticed the word situation.
That means it could have been a one-night stand. It could have been a boyfriend. But one thing's for sure, he didn't marry Miss Tasha. That's her name, right? Tasha. He didn't marry Miss Tasha. Tasha found a dude that was willing to marry her. Not only, she got a 6-year-old daughter, so she obviously ain't 21 or 22. So she's grown with a 6-year-old daughter. She found a dude to marry her. All right. She got to protect that. Because if she needs to, Tasha, you need to suppress and work with you. Because you are the problem. Now, when I first read it, I got mad at grandma. Because I don't like people talking slick to my baby. But I think listening to yours and just thinking about it here, there's red flag. I see Tasha and her mother-in-law fighting for control. The fact that she said that she tried to get her husband to check her mama and he didn't. And Tasha said that's a problem. She's looking at him sideways. Once you start looking at your man sideways, ladies, it's the beginning of the end. You have not done the work to check yourself every day. It's like having a job you hate. You need to get you under control because you ain't going to control that job. And I'm saying this, I'm going to have to say this to myself, going back into, to the fire. You got to get your mind right. I work with Cheryl Underwood on Cheryl Underwood Radio. Before I come into her presence, my mind must be right. Because she will light everybody on fire with her words and have you hot, ready to quit. You got to get your mind right because you ain't getting Cheryl's mind right. You got to get your mind right.
Well, not getting her mind to where you want it to be.
You ain't getting Cheryl's mind right. So you got to get your mind right so that when you come into her presence, you ready for what she may or may not throw at you. Bring your best self to it. Just like your job, just like your wife, just like your kids. So, Tasha, you need to bring your best self, get your mind right for when mama-in-law comes in town. Now, you do got to talk to your husband. I do agree that you need to go through your husband when you have grievances with his mama. But the problem is you really think that you're going to turn him and you're going to start looking at this dude like he ain't shit. A lot of times what women do is they start building a case against you that you ain't shit. And once they have enough evidence to convict, you're out. Or they
stray or
they just turn cold.
Yeah, cold, yeah.
So what she has done is she is just logged officially what Exhibit A is to her divorce. She just logged it. She just printed it, sent it to a stranger. Well, we're not strangers. We're family.
Yeah.
You listen to us every week. You probably feel like you know us. So let me not act like I'm a stranger.
But yeah, she's definitely put that into evidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's admitted it.
Yeah. And so I'm not trying to get you to censor when you talk to us, but what I am trying to get you to see is you are the common denominator. And don't forget, you also married a dude after 3 months of knowing him. You married him in the infatuation stage. That don't last. You didn't even know his mama. This might have been the first time you met his mama. This is shit you might. Here's what happens, dog. When you want to be married so goddamn bad, you make decisions like this, and you overlook certain shit because you just want to be married. It's like if you just want a job so bad, you take a job. Colin Cowherd always says you need to interview your bosses because that's who you're gonna be working with. So you want something so bad, you end up taking some bullshit. Is what most people do.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure you're never in a desperate situation. Fellas, this is why I always say get your money right. When your money ain't right, you got to take what you can get. You got to drive the car you don't want to drive. Yeah. You got to walk into the house you can't stand to be in. You got to be around the woman you don't want to be with because you ain't got no money. If you got money, you got options.
Yeah.
In closing, Kamal, Tasha and Moreno Valley, just make sure you guard your heart and check yourself. Once you see this red flag going against this man, I don't care because you're already going to start getting haters in your mind thinking, man, I married this dude too soon. It can work. Any relationship can work if you put the work in. Hell, arranged marriages work because they just make a decision and they don't depend on feelings. If you guys have a Dear Irby letter, send us an email at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearirby@themrapodcast.com. Where can we find you?
On Twitter at Angry Kamal.
I'm on Twitter as well at Kyle Irby. Also Facebook, Instagram, all social media at Kyle Irby, KYLEERBY. You can find us both at the MRA Podcast. That's where you can. Oh, and KyleIrby.com is where you can see some of my commercials from the good old days. Some TV shows I've done, and yeah, whatever. All my videos, comedy videos are there too. Check out themrapodcast.com, and that's where you can hear every episode we've ever done. We've done 64. That's 64 hours of content. Come on, proud of us.
That's a lot of hours.
Mm-hmm. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
Let me get in this piano, dog.
MRA.